Hi to the one people watching this video. We've made another beat and I didn't do it from scratch today because honestly I forgot I have to send a video to my editor today. So you're just gonna get a beat that's already fully done. I call it I Don't Like LA. Never been, but it sounds awful. But let's get into it. First sound I started out with this little sound. Found a nice little string pack in the Omnisphere. It's called Super Euro. Did the same classic thing I do, take out all the lows, some highs, and had a little bit of phaser effect default and just mixed in what I like. So this is what it's gonna sound like without the effects. Nice, dark, intense vibes. So then we go and put on the effects. Lose a little bit of that darkness. Actually, we're gonna add some more of those lows back. There we go. Next, we added a layer of that. Pan this one to the left. Give some space. Oh, we did again. Cut some lows. It's always cutting lows. Cut low, cut low, cut low. Because you want a bass and a kick to not sound muddy. And then, honestly, I wasn't sure what to do. So then I just started to add some random stuff. I ended up with a keyboard sound right here. Omnisphere. It's the Bernie is that.
Lamentoso.
On Omnisphere. And it ended up sounding like this. Not actually. First, of course, how to cut off highs and lows. Let's turn on single effect. This is it. Completely dry. Sounds like I'm just in a room with no pad and slamming on an old keyboard. And then I added, take away the lows, a little bit of the highs. Added some reverb, mixed it in with this little knob here, just the default setting till I liked it. And then I thought I wanted something a little bit more unique to it, make it sound like a sample I messed with. So I went into gross beat, had this little pitch down effect, which I modified the time mix. It's basic 10. And then I added a little effector here, Vox. And now that I'm listening to it again, I think we're gonna add two things. We're gonna add a chorus. And a crusher. Here I like to do a little few samples, smooth it. Make it sound even more like a crushed up sample. So then drums, take all this stuff away. We're gonna start out with the closed hats. Here's just a basic little, pitch the velocities a little bit to give it more rhythm here. But then I just copied and pasted the first four, whatever they're called, and just reposted it for 8 bars. Next thing was just basic old trap clap. And then we had the kick. Turn the velocity all the way up. This is the main rhythm, main groove. So really wanted to hit. So together, then we made this the basic intro. Next we added this 808. It's a drill 808. I felt like it really fit the mood. Drill 808s are just kind of fun too, so it's just a basic little G, and then we added our little wavy things. So it pitch bend. It bends the pitch. For the pattern, I basically just copied what's going on with the kick. Next thing I did was add some hi-hat, open hats. I penned these ones a little bit more to the left and the other one a little more to the right. And for this one, you might notice, you might not notice, it's basically the clap pattern, except you delete the ones in the odd number bars. So. And so together that makes the verse sound like this. Then we added a snare. So for the snare, it's not really that interesting. I think the nicest part is this. I ended up panning, which you can go down here, you can go to note pan, and I panned it going right to left. I turned down the velocity on those notes because when you pan something, it'll be louder. So you gotta adjust the velocity, which velocity just means volume, yada yada yada. And I really like it. It's a nice little ear candy effect without doing something crazy. So from right there, I'm sorry, I'm hitting everything on my desk. I really gotta stop doing videos at 2 in the morning. Editor, make that sound better. So from right there, so for this part, I ended up pitching the piano up a whole octave. Really nothing different, but I did do something near the end of it where it's still pitched up a little bit, but you'll see the notes on these final ones, they're different. Just to give it a nice transition back into the verses, you know? Next thing that's unique in here. This Omnisphere palette. This one is called the D50 Fantasia Choral. So for this, we did nothing. It's just the default thing. We didn't care about editing. Here is it soloed. This is actually the first thing I made for this beat. I just thought it sounded pretty. And then the next unique thing I did was this sound. Just basically doing the effect of what a pad would do. If you can hear it, it sounds really buzzy, which for the most part's fine, don't care. But it makes a nice little effect with the 808. And it makes the 808 sound like there's more distortion on it. Really creates like a trippy feeling to me. So then we added just a normal little hi-hat. And by normal little hi-hat, I mean the most basic hi-hat pattern you'll find in all kinds of music. Just every strong count. Here it comes. Just hit Control R, randomize the velocities to give it that little nice bounce. And then all together, you've got the chorus. So for the intro, just basically did pads and the main melody from that piano. Then I just added some basic drums, the original hi-hat pattern, the kick, and just the clap. Then I didn't just want to run into the 808. I wanted some kind of thing, and I should have used a riser. I didn't. Just a little hoo hoo hoo, and then it goes into the song, which is just the open hats and the 808s before we just add 1 bar of the snare. Then it jumps in the chorus with everything, then the no 808, then the chorus again, and then this little free form thing with nothing but just that pretty melody I made. And the hi-hat with the keys. Cut everything off, chorus. And yeah, thank you for listening, my one fan. That's probably my brother. Follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter. Those should appear on the screen, I think. I don't know. Up to my editor. Love them. I'll get that money to you. Don't worry. Thank you. Have a good night. Fuck LA traffic.